Assalamualaikum to my beloved lecturer, Madam Faiza. My name is Maisara and my group member is Ain, Natasha and Amina. We will share a story about two employees and one manager. We have three characters in this situation. First is manager as Maisara, employee A is Amina, employee B is Ain, Natasha. Situation in work. The perception manager toward their employee value and personality. There is an interview to find employee in sales and marketing, provided to attend the interview with a resume. Documents that are important for qualification and only 3 people are eligible to be accepted. And employee A and B attend the interview. Amina is only diploma graduate while Ain is a degree graduate. Amina attend the interview 30 minutes early before the interview start. Amina provide resume such as her identity and level of study only. But she is still less confident of being accepted or not. But Ain was late to attend the interview and she has been prepared complete about the resume with experience in this position. Manager feel that the attitude shown by Amina can improve the quality of her work. Meanwhile, Maisara as manager also need experienced people like Ain. Maisara make a call to Ain and Amina to let them know they are accepted to work in this company. After 1 month work at this company, Amina and Ain show their performance. Amina always come to work early. She always come early because she can finish all the tasks given and be prepared for the next task. She is a hardworking person. She always determined to improve herself day by day and increase her work efficiently. If she don't know about the new thing, she always want to learn and solve the problem. Ain show her performance. She always come late to the work. She definitely not the punctual person. Every day, her boss only notice her weakness, and Ain never be serious when it is come to work. Even Ain has a lot of experience. She always selfie and playing handphone around the office.
The next month, Maisara has already started distributing a project to her employees, and while everyone is busy completing tasks, Amina does not understand the scope and task of her job and start asking questions to Ain. But Ain just ignore because she did not talk much with other people, or in other words, she's not friendly. She only does her own work. Amina started looking for other initiatives by asking senior employees at the company and had completed her task by her own. This situation is seen by Maisara and she feels that Ain needs to help her office mate because she is more experienced. Maisara amazed to see the confidence and determination of Amina has improved and starts to fit in this position because she doesn't have experience before. One day, Ain is unable to pay her full attention to her work due to her personal problems, but the submission date of the task is around the corner, so Ain did her task with a situation that bothered her. Amina begins to notice the strange attitude of Ain and asks something to Ain, but Ain seems like hiding something. When submission day to submit work, Amina and Ain send the work to their manager Maisara. After check their work, Maisara starts to feel dissatisfied and little disappointed after seeing the result of Ain's task, while Maisara expects more on her works because she has done tasks like this in her previous job. Maisara also hopes she can set a good example to new employees like Amina, who is new to the field. Maisarah feels proud of Aminah for completing this task very well, even though this is her first task in the employment phases.
Next, Aminah and Ain are beginning to be assigned new tasks. In the new task, performance Ain remains unsatisfied. Performance Ain is getting worse. Aminah feels uncomfortable with the incident. Then, Aminah trying to ask what happened to Ain. Then Ain told her she had family problem, so she made her performance worse. Ain also tells the truth why she is late to the office, because she has to take care of things at home. Then the situation makes her more stressed and makes her not have the spirit to do any work in office. Then Aminah feels sympathy to Ain in this problem and hope can help her. Then Aminah tells the manager about the problem Ain is facing, and the manager asks to call Ain to come see her. After that, the manager asked about the problem faced by Ain, and she said she had a family problem that made she lose focus on her work. The manager understands the situation, and in turn she is asked not to mix personal problem with work, and Ain needs to be a professional. Ain is advised not to repeat the same mistake or action will be taken, because the manager is confident that Ain is a very good employee and has performance that can be improved. Ain always put family first thing, his first value, because she need to support expenses of her family. In that day, Ain feel guilty about Aminah for not helping her in her last project. She realized she needs to be more matured in making decisions and completing tasks well. Besides having good communication in the organization and hoping to improve this weakness, also work together in one department. Ain apologized to Aminah for his mistake.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Naina Bashirinti Asman. So, I will present about personality. So, personality is a combination of individuals' characteristics or qualities that form a distinctive character of the individual. The personality that have in Aminah's character is conscientious. A highly conscientious people are responsible, dependable, persistent, and organized. For example, in this situation, Aminah is from a diploma graduated and have no experience with this job. She is very responsible towards her work, even she didn't even know what to do. So her initiative is to ask Ain about the work, since Ain have an experience with this job. But Ain didn't answer her question. Even Ain didn't answer her question, she still keep ask the senior employees there. Second, proactive personality. Proactive personality is an individual who identifies opportunities, shows initiative, takes action, and perseveres until meaningful change occurs. For example, even Aminah is just a diploma student with no experience. She's still trying her best to do the work perfectly and correctly. She tried hard to make sure all the work she did can give a good view from her manager, Maisarah. So next, the personality for Ain is she is an introvert person. An introvert person is often thought of as quiet and thoughtful individuals. They don't seek out special attention or social engagement. For example, Ain is a quiet person. She just mind her own business and didn't care about her surrounding, her office mate. Next is emotional stability. People with high negative scores are always nervous, anxious, depressed, and insecure. For example, in this situation, she unable to pay her attention to her work because of her personal problems. Since the submission date is getting closer, she had to finish her work under stress. The last one is narcissism. This is type of people who wants to be respected because of the title. For example, since Ain is a degree graduated and Aminah is a diploma graduated, Ain feels that she is very smart until she's being so arrogant with other people who is not in the same level with herself. For manager, which is Maisara, the types of personality that have in herself is agreeableness. Highly agreeable people are cooperative, warm, and trusting. For example, even the manager Maisara can see from the interview session that Aminah is a diploma graduated and have no experience to work this kind of work. But Aminah is a punctual person and she knows that Aminah can learn with other people and be a good employee. Other than that, Ain has led attending an interview session. Ain also have a degree graduated and also have experience to work this kind of work. She believed with her decision to take them both to work at the company. So next, the types of personality that have in Maisara's is risk-taking. High risk-taking is when manager make quicker decision, use less information to make decision, and operate in smaller and more entrepreneurial organization. For example, in this situation, the manager, which is Maisara, knows that she is taking risk for hiring these two employees, Aminah and Ain, because Aminah and Ain have two different personality, and these two employees have their own advantages and disadvantages if Maisara take them both to work with her company. But still, she believed and gave a chance for both of them to prove that they can be a good employees. Basically, a lot of entrepreneurs are moderate risk takers because they always do proper planning before making any business decision.
Thank you, Natasha. Now we go to the point value. What is value? Value is basic conviction on how to conduct yourself or how to live your life that is personality or socially preferable. So now we go to importance of value. Number 1, as a basic for understand individual readiness, motivated and behavior. We go to number 2, affect an individual perception of the environment. Number 3, emphasize the aspects of behavior that is more desired than other behavior. Every individual and every organization is enveloped in making hundreds of decisions every day. The decisions we make are reflect of our value and belief, and they are always direct through specific purpose. That purpose is satisfaction of our individual and our collective organization need. When we use our value to make decisions, we make deliberate choice to focus on what is important to us. When values are shared, they are pure internal coherence in a group. What is actually terminal value and instrument value? Instrument value means that goal that person would like to achieve during his or her lifetime. However, how about instrumental value? Instrumental value preferable modes of behavior or means of achieving the terminal value. For example, that I learned in my class is terminal value is like my goal. For example, I study in KPMI Molek. My goal is to get certificate of diploma in business study, and I use instrumental value is hardworking. As we can see, Amina using terminal value, self-respect, social recognition, and true friendship. The instrument meta value, Amina is using ambition because she is a hardworking person, always be prepared and always come early to work. From the situation, I learned that we need to have a value like Amina because value are important. They help us to grow and develop. Value can help us to create the future we want to experience. That's all for me. Thank you. Now we go to the last point is perception. Amina will continue this point.
Alright, next I will explain about perception. The meaning of perception is, in this situation, the manager needs a perception of Aminah and Ain that can be seen through their attitudes and improvement in the workplace. First, I will explain the perception of manager to Aminah. First is employment interview. The meaning is managers make an assessment in terms of their desire in getting this job and also their punctuality. For example, Aminah is very punctual because she always comes earlier to work and more commitment on her work. The second is performance expectation. The meaning is self-fulfilling prophecy. The lower or higher performance of employee reflect preconceived leader expectation about employee capabilities. For example, managers respond to Aminah about her attitude is true because Aminah show his work performance is increasing because his attitudes at work is she prefer to ask if she doesn't know and learn something. For the third is employee effort. The meaning is assessment of individual effort is a subjective judgment subject to perceptual distortion and bias. For example, Aminah demonstrates her efforts on a given task. She tried to ask a senior employee to give her guidance on what she did not understand and managed to complete the task well. And the fourth is performance evaluation. The meaning is appraisals are often the subjective, means judgmental perceptions of appraisers of another employee's job performance. For example, Aminah maintains her performance from the beginning of the work until given the next task. Aminah stays with her passion and attitudes and convince the manager of her abilities. Next, I will explain about the perception of manager to Ain. First, about employment interview. The meaning is the manager make an assessment in terms of their desire in getting this job and also their punctuality. For example, Ain. She definitely not the punctual person because she always come late to work and not committed to her work. For the second is performance expectation. For example, manager has made the impression that Ain is a professional because she has experience in this field of work, but her job performance is getting lower because at work she always plays mobile phone while taking selfies and does not like to greet other employees. And the third one is employee effort. For example, Ain does not take the given job seriously and she makes personal and work issue. She also did not show any efforts to complete the task well.